What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video, I'll be adding yet another part to the What If Naruto at a Stand series. And this is to you guys actually giving a rather good reception to this what if idea, and I think it is something that I will continue every so often, kind of randomly and sporadically throughout the series or throughout the channel, unless you guys do decide to hit the like goal that makes it come out the next day. Now, if you guys want this to continue on an irregular basis with this showing up once every while, you guys just need to hit 1,000 likes one more time. Now, if you want this to come out tomorrow, then y'all need to hit 3,000 likes within 24 hours, so I know that you guys really want to see me double post tomorrow. If you guys do that, then you shall get 2 what ifs from me tomorrow. This one and the one that is already scheduled for tomorrow. Anyways, as usual, I'll be recapping the last part of the what if, then jumping to the story. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, in the last part of this what if, we basically dealt with Naruto acquiring and realizing that he had to stand, or the evil spirit as he so called it at first, and we basically went through Naruto trying to realize and basically find out what the abilities of his stand are. He realizes that the range of his stand is only 10 feet in any distance, whether that be forward, backwards, up, or down, and he basically just realized that his stand has more speed, power, and precision than he actually has in his own body. Now, we have not seen a special ability from the stand yet, and that is just due to Naruto not actually having the catalyst to activate it yet. But, as you shall see soon, or maybe later than you think, you shall see Naruto's stand ability. Anyways, we left off with Naruto along with the rest of Team 7 passing the bell test against Kakashi, and them just kind of becoming Genin, and that's where we'll jump right into the story. Now, like I said, we left off with Naruto along with the rest of Team 7 passing the bell test. Due to this, Naruto and Sasuke, along with Sakura, are starting to partake on many low-ranking, boring missions that Sasuke finds very tedious. Sakura, however, is just happy to be with Sasuke at the current point in time, so she doesn't really care. Naruto, while he is kind of bored from chasing cats, farming, and doing other odd jobs and chores, Naruto also realizes that doing this stuff is the easiest and safest way for him to gain a handle on his stand, Orange Spiral. When it comes to chasing lost animals, Naruto has to figure out ways of catching something far away from him, even though his stand isn't able to go any further than 10 feet. It's on missions like this where Naruto realizes that his stand not only has greater speed and strength than him, but it also has pinpoint precision and accuracy that surpasses anything that he could possibly hope to do himself, at least at this point in time. Case in point, when chasing the cat, Naruto brings out Orange Spiral and decides to see if his stand-based attacks can leave the 10 feet distance limit. Naruto then picks up a rock using his stand and chucks it at the cat's direction at high speeds. The rock then bounces off of a couple of trees and lands in front of the cat, stopping it in its tracks, which allows them to catch up to it and catch it. This discovery pales in comparison to a discovery that Naruto makes when practicing just with his stand, however. Naruto one day when alone, testing his abilities, makes his stand from the Shadow Clone, and makes his stand form the Shadow Clone sign. When it does, Naruto sees that his clone now has his own stand, meaning that he currently has 2 stands of equal strength. Basically that Naruto did not make a clone, his stand did, meaning that he cloned his stand. Naruto, when doing this, however, collapses from the strain that it requires, having 2 full strength and full power stands. Naruto deactivates both of the stands, but sits still for quite a bit. Well, this just got a lot more interesting. Naruto then lays down and passes out in the woods for the night, only waking up quickly due to him remembering that he has a meeting with his team the following day. With the discovery that his stands can use the abilities that he learns, Naruto knows that learning a ton of jutsu, even if they're not for himself, is actually going to be very beneficial for him to be able to master his stand. Maybe my ability is to pick up on things pretty quickly. Whatever. Naruto continues to rush over and finds Sasuke and Sakura both waiting together for both him and Kakashi. When he arrives, he asks, "Is Kakashi still not here?" Naruto asks this as he appears from above and lands between Sasuke and Sakura. Sasuke just shakes his head, and Naruto turns to Sakura, who looks angry at him for appearing in between them, messing up their quote-unquote heart-to-heart moment. Naruto scoots over, attempting to avoid direct eye contact with Sakura, seeing as how she seems angry. Sasuke then turns to Naruto and asks, "Hey Naruto, what was that jutsu that you used a while back against me, the invisible one?" Naruto is caught off guard by this question, as he initially planned on keeping his stand secret for a while during the training period with his stand. Naruto, however, not being able to think of a lie quick enough, just sighs as he decides to tell his teammates who he is supposed to trust. Alright, this ability that I have is an evil spirit, or what I've called it, a stand. Sasuke just looks at Naruto, still confused. The stand that I use I call Orange Spiral. It basically is an invisible person that fights for me. Sakura then looks at Naruto and thinking that he's being an idiot, throws a punch at him, basically thinking that he's making a joke, and Naruto basically, Sakura does things that she does similar to the original, be annoying and try to hurt and harm our favorite main character. Anyways, Naruto decides that this is a good way to show off his stand, so he activates it and blocks Sakura's attack, without moving a muscle, might I add. Do you believe me now? Sakura and Sasuke both are stunned by this, and before either can ask any questions, Kakashi pulls up and takes them to Hiruzen's office to get a new mission. When they do, Naruto and Sasuke finally express the feelings of annoyance for sticking to these lame missions that they have that get them no combat training. After hearing an earful of complaining, Hiruzen decides to cave and basically let them escort Tazuna back to the Land of Waves, which makes Naruto exclaim in joy, and Sasuke just grumbles, even though he's just as happy. As soon as the team heads out to start the mission, Naruto is being berated and annoyed by Tazuna, who is halfway through a bottle and can't seem to stop talking about him. Naruto just listens to it all and just lets it all roll off his back. Now, as they walk, the team passes a puddle that gets the attention of both Naruto and Kakashi, both of which are very observant people at this point in time. They find this out of place with the road with no other signs of rain or moisture anywhere nearby. So, as soon as they pass it, they are not surprised when two ninja come flying out of the puddle. They seemingly attack Kakashi, killing him with one swift blow. Naruto immediately brings out his stand and grabs a kunai from his pouch, ready to attack, knowing that neither of them should be able to see it. When one of the demon brothers finally do charge him, Naruto throws a kunai and cuts one of them with a throw and an unexpected punch that knocks one of the demon brothers out. The other demon brother charges Sasuke, who is out of his range, but he gets bodied and finessed by Sasuke as well, showing off the prowess that Sasuke and Naruto have, both as genin. Kakashi then appears back on the battlefield, congratulating the two on their skill and bravery, and after a bit of praise, the team continues moving forward with Kakashi, warning them that there may be stronger and more deadly ninja that may be appearing soon. Soon after saying this, Naruto sees a massive sword swing overhead and slam right into a nearby tree. Right after seeing this, Naruto sees a person land on top of that sword and look down upon them. Naruto and Sasuke both feel a cold chill down their spine as these ninja look down at them with an overwhelming bloodlust. Sakura nearly collapses from the sheer fear that is felt by Zabuza staring them down, and Naruto, then kind of reacting off of pure instinct, summons Orange Spiral and charges Zabuza, only to be instantly enveloped in mist as soon as he tries to make a move. Zabuza's bloodlust is amplified hundreds of times within the hidden mist jutsu due to them all being extremely vulnerable not being able to see him. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura aren't able to move due to the extreme fear that they all feel within their hearts. Kakashi tells them not to move and to protect their vitals as best as possible. Naruto takes one step forward only to be slashed at from the mist by Zabuza, who moves through this thick mist by sensing and hearing and feeling within the mist. I can hear every step you take. I can also feel every minute movement within my ultimate jutsu. Naruto smiles as he thinks that he finds a solution and brings out Orange Spiral. Without moving a single muscle, making sure not to basically make a single sound, he sends out his stand 10 feet. As soon as he does this, his stand gets slashed across the chest with a deep cut, causing Naruto himself to bleed across his chest profusely, spewing blood onto the ground as he gets dizzy from the pain and the massive amount of blood loss and collapses to one knee. How did he... Naruto was then kicked in the face by Zabuza, who basically sensed Naruto fall to the ground and sends him onto his back, injuring himself even further. I told you, I can sense anything that goes on within the mist. And the reasoning for this is even though Zabuza cannot tell what the stand is, he basically perceived it as another person and just sliced it as such. Basically, since the stand has physical form, with it being able to manifest as chakra, anything that moves through the mist Zabuza can sense, so that's why he was able to react to the stand. Naruto struggles to his feet as his chest drips blood, and all of that drops on the floor and almost makes Naruto passes out, but he continues pushing himself even further. Naruto is about to attack once again until Kakashi lifts his headband, revealing his Sharingan, and he starts fighting with Zabuza. After a bit of scrapping, Kakashi is put in a water prison jutsu and requires the help of his students. Although he tells them to run away, Naruto gets up and tells Sasuke that he has a plan to save their master. After forming a plan, Naruto makes a ton of shadow clones that all attack Zabuza, only to get demolished by Zabuza with one hand and with the clones that he sends out. After dealing with the clones and basically making them disappear, Sasuke summons a demon wind shuriken and launches it at full speed at Zabuza, prompting him to catch it. Then, the shuriken flying in the shadow of it comes, which Zabuza proceeds to dodge by jumping over it. Then, the shuriken transforms into Naruto as his stand throws a kunai at Zabuza, which makes him release his hand from the water prison. Naruto, however, takes this one step further than he initially thought and improvises, making his stand grab him by the jacket and kick off of the water so hard that instead of falling, Naruto actually propels himself and launches himself at Zabuza in order to follow up an attack. Zabuza swings the sword at Naruto, only for it to be stopped by this invisible force which perplexes Zabuza. Although, since the stand basically blocked with his arm, it did cut Naruto's arm as well. Naruto then makes Orange Spiral throw a punch that connects with Zabuza's stomach and also propels him away from both him and Kakashi. Then, when Naruto tries to continue the follow-up from himself, he reaches for his kunai in his pouch, but as soon as he does, this gash across his chest reopens, spewing more and more blood and making Naruto pass out in the water, sinking. Sasuke quickly dives into the water to save him and brings him back to the surface, and throws Naruto onto land so they can treat his chest wound, which spans from his left shoulder all the way down to his stomach in a diagonal straight line. Sasuke goes over to Sakura to see if she has any medical supplies, and only comes back with rudimentary ways to stop the bleeding, only to come back and see that Naruto's wound is closing before their very eyes. Naruto gasps and coughs up water, and winces in pain as he tries to sit up. How is Kakashi doing? This entire team looks over to see Kakashi absolutely embarrassing Zabuza as he copies his jutsu at a larger scale and bullies him, backing him into a corner. Just when Kakashi is about to kill, some Senbon come flying from a tree that makes contact with Zabuza's neck, stopping his heart and breathing basically immediately, which Kakashi confirms by checking his pulse. After this happens, Kakashi hides his Sharingan and falls down, collapsing into the arms of his team as they all head back to Tasuda's place to rest. During their time with no direction or training, Naruto is either thinking or training about how he can improve, with nearly anything else between those things never really happening. When training, Naruto is just practicing amping the speed and strength of his stand, not only by training his stand's precision, but he also realizes that his stand learns and picks up on any improvement that he learns. Naruto looks at his hands. I guess my stand is just like me, an underdog. Naruto thinks that of that ability being his stand's underdog. He basically realizes that since his stand can learn his jutsu, he doesn't really have a precedent for stands or anything, but he does think that this is a special ability, seeing as how his stand is able to basically evolve when he does, meaning that if Naruto learns new jutsu, the stand learns something similar to that jutsu. He also reasons that physical training should improve not only himself but his stand's abilities. When not doing this, Naruto is outside, staring off into the sky, thinking about how he can improve his skill with his stand. This leads him to practicing using his stand to do very minute and easy tasks that will help him develop his motor skills with it. This means that he does things like eating and drinking by using his stand, which does result in some side eyes because, something invisible is bringing up food and cups to his plate, but nonetheless, this is what he does until Kakashi wakes up and starts training them. Now, Naruto, after a good few days of basically training his abilities, does have a lot more control over his stand, but it is himself that he now needs to master. Kakashi starts training his squad on controlling and maintaining chakra control, so they are basically able to amp themselves and either boost speed or stick and cling to objects, basically which leads them to do the tree exercise. Sakura is the clear candidate to have the best chakra control, as she's able to pick up on this within minutes of hearing about this. Naruto and Sasuke, however, struggle to do the same thing, which results in the two bonding and growing closer over the rivalry that starts to blossom when competing. They basically compete to see who can learn this first, and after the training has concluded, Naruto, basically having learned to be able to use chakra control, goes off to the woods where he meets Haku. They exchange a few words and part ways, although the overall message of that basically exchange was having someone to protect does make Naruto feel stronger, and basically the conversation with Haku does make Naruto feel antsy, almost as if that idea is a prelude to something unpleasant for both him and for the person that he talked to. He shakes this thought out of his head, however. When Kakashi tells him that Zabuza is most likely alive, Naruto prepares himself as they all head out onto the bridge, which is where they see Zabuza and Haku. Sasuke is the one who steps up to fight Haku, clashing with him and even outspeeding him, which surprises Zabuza. When Haku uses ice-based jutsu, Sasuke is even able to dodge this by applying chakra onto his feet and increasing his speed to dodge this jutsu. After seeing this, Kakashi sees it fit to go round 2 with Zabuza, meaning that they are about to fight. Naruto then glances over to see Sasuke trapped within a large ice-based jutsu, which prompts Naruto to leap within this trap as well, completely ignoring logic, knowing that his new rival and somewhat friend may need his help. After Haku barrages the both of them with many high-speed attacks, Naruto and Sasuke start figuring it out. Sasuke can predict it with his Sharingan that he developed in mid-fight, and Naruto is using his strategic and unconventional mind to predict where Haku is going to attack and react in order to combat him. This is trouble. At this rate, I'll run out of chakra. I have to take out the one who can predict me. Haku then rushes at Naruto full speed, hoping that Naruto basically can't turn around. But as he does, he turns around trying to activate his stand. Yet Sasuke, who can see it, can also tell that Naruto will not be able to put his stand in the way to protect Naruto fast enough. Sasuke makes a split-second decision and jumps in the way of this attack, and takes the brunt of the damage, saving Naruto in the process. Sasuke, after taking this damage, instantly passes out from all of this, as he basically falls into Naruto's arms. With Sasuke's cold limp body in his arms, something makes Naruto snap. His stand appears, and the whiskers that are naturally on his face darken and his eyes change. Haku then tries to go for the killing blow against Naruto, who seems to be distracted, only to be hit by an invisible attack that breaks his ribs upon contact. As Naruto's rage blinds all logic, words pop into his head that on instinct: "I summon you, Demon Spiral." Naruto then outstretches his arms, and he sees an orange tail come from his arm and wrap around Haku's waist. Naruto then slams Haku into the ground, and is about to finish the job. Two tails then float above his head and climb together as they are about to slam down on him, when Haku sees Zabuza in danger and sacrifices himself. This means that the rest of the mission ends similar to how it does in the canonical story, with Sasuke recovering and the team heading back to the village as they head back. But Naruto just has one question circle in his brain as they continue to move: why and how did my stand change? And also, why was that so much better than mine? And that, everybody, is where I'm going to end part 2 to the What If Naruto Had a Stand series. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that this video wasn't overall too confusing. I did kind of hint at revealing Naruto's stand ability. I did kind of tell you guys at least what it was, so I hope you guys are able to kind of decipher where I may be going with this. If you guys did watch JoJo's or read JoJo's, I think you understand what may happen, or what Naruto's stand is something akin to. But if you haven't, I will definitely go on to explain it, right? So don't worry about that, guys. Anyways, I will leave links to all of my social media down below, just in case you guys are interested in interacting with me on a more personal level. That includes my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, Instagram, all that kind of stuff down below in the description. Also, I know I keep mentioning this large project, and next time I stream I'll probably mention it, probably allude to what it'll be and that type of stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and as always guys, this is Anime X, signing off.